Why do 90% of great white sightings suddenly stop at the same spot? The scientists found something impossible 15 miles underwater in the South Pacific, and it's making great white sharks vanish without a trace. Every year, satellite tags tracking dozens of great whites show the same terrifying pattern. These apex predators, some measuring over 20 feet long, swim confidently across thousands of miles of open ocean. But when they reach a specific coordinate in the South Pacific, 28 degrees south, 140 degrees west, something extraordinary happens. The signals just stop. Not mechanical failure, not battery death. The sharks are still alive, still moving, but somehow they've entered what marine biologists are calling the white shark void, a region where our most advanced tracking technology becomes completely blind. Here's what makes this absolutely mind-bending. We're talking about 90% of tagged great whites that enter this zone. Sharks that have been swimming predictable migration routes for months suddenly disappear from all satellite detection. Some reappear weeks later, thousands of miles away, as if they've teleported across the Pacific. But recent deep-sea expeditions have revealed something that changes everything we thought we knew about shark behavior and ocean geography. The evidence points to a phenomenon so extraordinary that it's forcing scientists to rewrite the rules of marine migration. And it all centers around a place on Earth that remains more mysterious than the surface of Mars. Tonight, we're diving into the scientific investigation that's revealing why the ocean's most feared predator might actually be afraid of something lurking in the depths of the white shark void. For over 2 decades, marine biologists have been tagging great white sharks with sophisticated satellite transmitters. These devices, costing up to $4,000 each, attach to the shark's dorsal fin and beam location data to orbiting satellites every time the animal surfaces to breathe. The technology has revolutionized our understanding of shark migration. We've discovered that great whites are incredible ocean travelers, with some individuals logging over 12,000 miles annually. That's halfway around the Earth. Female great whites, in particular, follow remarkably consistent patterns, often returning to the exact same feeding grounds year after year with GPS-like precision. Dr. Barbara Block from Stanford University's Tagging of Pacific Predators program has been tracking these movements since 1999. Her team's data reveals something fascinating. Great white migration routes form distinct highways across the Pacific, with sharks following underwater mountain ranges, temperature gradients, and prey distribution patterns. But there's always been one glaring anomaly in the data, a roughly 2,000 square mile region in the South Pacific where satellite signals consistently fail. Initially, researchers attributed this to equipment malfunction or environmental interference. After all, the ocean is notorious for disrupting electronic signals. However, the pattern was too consistent to ignore. Sharks entering this region would transmit normally right up to the boundary. Then their signals would abruptly cease. What made it even stranger was the precision. The cutoff wasn't gradual like you'd expect from signal degradation. It was sharp, definitive, as if someone had drawn an invisible line in the water. The few sharks that eventually reappeared showed something unprecedented in migration studies. Massive gaps in their travel logs. Sharks that should have taken weeks to cross the Pacific were somehow covering the same distances in days, appearing on the opposite side of the void with no record of the journey between. Even more puzzling, when researchers analyzed the shark's physical condition upon reappearance, they found evidence of deep water diving far beyond the animal's normal behavior. Tissue samples contained isotopic signatures suggesting these sharks had descended to depths exceeding 3,000 feet, deeper than great whites had ever been documented diving. But recent expeditions have revealed something extraordinary that changes everything about this mystery. In 2019, a joint research mission between NOAA and the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution deployed autonomous underwater vehicles specifically to map the seafloor beneath the white shark void. What they discovered defied all expectations. A previously uncharted ocean trench system, plunging nearly 15,000 feet into the Earth's crust. The void trench, as researchers now call it, isn't marked on any nautical chart. Its unique geological structure creates a natural amphitheater of underwater canyons, with walls so steep and convoluted that they scatter sonar and satellite signals like an acoustic maze. But here's where it gets really interesting. The trench walls are lined with massive hydrothermal vents, some reaching temperatures of 750 degrees Fahrenheit and pumping exotic minerals into the water column. Dr. Sarah Chun, the mission's lead marine geologist, made a connection that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The mineral composition of these vents contains rare earth elements that interfere with electronic equipment, specifically the frequency bands used by satellite tracking devices. It's like a natural electromagnetic shield, creating a communication dead zone in the middle of the Pacific. But that's only half the story. The really incredible discovery came when the team analyzed water samples from inside the trench. The hydrothermal activity has created a unique ecosystem unlike anywhere else on Earth. The water temperature, chemical composition, and bioluminescent organisms have turned this underwater canyon into what marine biologists describe as an evolutionary time capsule. The evidence points to something much bigger than signal interference. Ancient isotopic analysis of sediment cores suggests this trench system has been active for over 10 million years, potentially serving as a refuge for prehistoric marine life during past extinction events. The sharks aren't just passing through. They're descending into this hidden world for reasons we're only beginning to understand. Even more remarkable, recent footage from deep-sea cameras has captured bioluminescent displays unlike anything previously documented, suggesting the presence of massive, undiscovered organisms living in the trench's deepest reaches. The sharks may have been following these ancient migration routes for millennia, guided by chemical and electromagnetic cues we're just now learning to detect. This discovery is rewriting everything we understand about marine ecosystems and predator behavior on a global scale. The white shark void represents something unprecedented in marine science, a deep ocean sanctuary that exists in complete isolation from surface ecosystems. The hydrothermal vents aren't just creating a communication dead zone. They're supporting an entirely separate food web that may predate the evolution of modern ocean life. What happened next surprised even the experts. Genetic analysis of tissue samples from sharks that emerged from the void revealed something extraordinary. These animals showed elevated levels of unique fatty acids and proteins that don't exist in surface prey species. The chemical signatures match compounds found only in organisms living near deep-sea hydrothermal vents, suggesting the sharks are feeding on creatures that exist nowhere else on Earth. This has profound implications for our understanding of great white ecology. These apex predators, which we thought we understood completely, are actually accessing an entirely separate ecosystem thousands of feet below the surface. It's like discovering that lions occasionally disappear into underground caverns to hunt prehistoric prey. But here's where it gets really significant for marine conservation. The void trench may be serving as a critical nursery habitat for great white reproduction. Several pregnant females that disappeared into the void later reappeared with evidence of recent birth, but no pup sightings have ever been recorded in surface waters during these timeframes. Scientists now theorize that great whites may be using the trench's unique conditions for puppying, explaining one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in shark biology. The climate implications are equally staggering. The trench's hydrothermal system is pumping enormous amounts of heat and minerals into the deep Pacific, potentially influencing ocean current patterns across the entire basin. Recent modeling suggests this hidden system may play a crucial role in Pacific climate regulation, affecting everything from El Niño cycles to global sea surface temperatures. Even more intriguing for astrobiology, the extreme conditions in the void trench mirror environments that might exist in Europa's subsurface oceans or Enceladus's hydrothermal vents. Studying life in this system could provide crucial insights for detecting life on other worlds. The sharks may have inadvertently led us to one of Earth's most important laboratories for understanding life in extreme environments. What we've learned about the white shark void challenges everything we thought we knew about ocean exploration and marine life. These apex predators have been keeping one of Earth's greatest secrets, leading scientists to a hidden world that exists right beneath our feet. The evidence points to an ecosystem so unique and isolated that it may harbor species that evolved separately from the rest of Earth's marine life for millions of years. Great whites aren't just migrating through this region. They're accessing an ancient refuge that connects the modern ocean to prehistoric seas. But the biggest questions remain unanswered. What exactly are these sharks doing in the depths of the void trench? Are they following genetically programmed migration routes that stretch back to the age of the dinosaurs? And most intriguingly, what other undiscovered ecosystems might be hidden in the deep ocean, revealed only by the behavior of animals that have been navigating these secret highways for millennia? Next week, we're diving even deeper into another ocean mystery that's baffling scientists. The strange case of the Mariana Trench's living rocks, and why they might hold the key to understanding the origin of life itself. What ocean mystery fascinates you most? Have you ever witnessed unexplained marine behavior? Share your experiences in the comments. Your observations might be the key to solving the next great oceanic puzzle.